All right, so this is going to be an updated video to my original video on putting an extended brake pedal on your Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Several reasons to do that. Number one, safety. It's huge. And number two is ergonomics. Now, in that original video, which I'm going to link to in the description below, I'll pop a card on the screen. I go over what the safety issues are and the ergonomics and give you a good inside look at that. So make sure you take a look at that video. So we set out on a mission to find a replacement extended brake pedal that was as good, if not better, than the Kuryakin, and we scored. Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Urlacher here, lawabidingbiker.com. Always thank you. That's right, you, for checking back in. We found a company and their name is SoftBrake. And the nice thing is they're literally neighbors to us. We live in Washington State. They're in Idaho, borders us. They are an American company. They make the pedals and everything right here in America. So that was really cool and a score. And these things are awesome quality, guarantee. When you get them in your hands, you'll be very impressed. So those are available in the Law Abiding Biker store right now, alongside Kuryakin, and all the links will be in the description below. All right, so I told you at the beginning, this is an updated video. In our original Kuryakin install video, we showed you one method to install the extended brake pedal, which takes a little bit longer. We've learned a new, easier, quicker way to get these bad boys installed, so we'll be doing that in a minute. All right, so I am holding a version of the SoftBrake extended brake pedal in my hand. Now, in a minute, I'm going to be exchanging my Kuryakin out for this guy. That's always awesome. Made in the USA. Love to support that. Now, for the purpose of the videos, I'm putting on this solid one. Now, if you come down here and look at my Kuryakin, these are great too. We're still going to be selling these, but it's got cutouts. All right. And so this one you'll see from SoftBrake is solid. Well, we sell this model. This is all we got in right now. By the time of this video, we'll have lots of stock, but eventually I'll actually switch it out because I like the one with the cutouts, gives it a little more style, but a lot of guys like the solid one. So we'll be offering this chrome or black, a version of SoftBrake with cutouts, and a version with what they call holes. And everything comes in chrome or black. Again, links in the description, along with fitment from the Law Abiding Biker store, so you can get hooked up with one. And just remember, we are just a bootstrap company of bikers trying to help as many bikers as we can worldwide. And we certainly appreciate you shopping in the Law Abiding Biker store. We will definitely take care of you, and each customer is very important to us. So again, we're going to be switching the Kuryakin out for this video with the SoftBrake extended brake pedal. Within our store, you know, you've got the cutouts, you've got black chrome, you've got different options, but the other option you need to be aware of is this is our model for bikes without lower fairings, like my 24 Street Glide here. There's also going to be another model that'll be available for you guys with like ultras and stuff that have the big lower plastic fairings and radiator up in here. You can't use the Street Glide version or the Road Glide version because it's going to run into the fairings. It's just a bit shorter. And so make sure when you're ordering from the store, the fitment's very detailed over there. You either want the one with lower fairings or you want the one without lower fairings. All right, so now let's dive in and show you an easier way from our previous video on how to get these installed. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon. Every time those are hit, another biker joins the revolution. We'd love to have you be part of it. First thing we're going to do is remove the floorboard from the floorboard support. It's just 2 bolts. And on the one side is a 3/16 hex head, and on the other side is a 7/16 ratchet. With the front bolt out, he will move to the rear one and remove that. With both bolts removed there, the floorboard can come off. Next, we're going to remove the actual pedal pad. Now, some bikes, like my bike, have a bolt underneath that actually bolts the pad on. Other bikes may just have a pad that slips over the top with no bolt. You can just get some WD-40, soap and water, whatever you want, to pull that pad off because you'll reuse it with the new pedal. So for here, he's going to take a 1/2 inch socket and go underneath and get this bolt off there. And save that hardware because we will reuse it. All right, with the 5/8 socket, he's going to go ahead and take the main bolt off the bottom of the brake pedal arm here. That's held on the rear side with a cotter pin, so don't worry, it's not going to fall off. And retain that hardware. So we're removing a Kiriakin brake pedal to put the SoftBrake one on. You'll note no O-ring on that one. However, you'll probably be taking off your stock pedal, and that is my original stock pedal. You'll see there's an O-ring in there. So go ahead and save that O-ring, and we will reuse it when we put the SoftBrake back on. All right, so we're gonna be taking off the entire assembly here, including the floorboard supports, the brake pedal arm, and the master cylinder. To do that, there's 3 bolts you'll want to focus on, that one, and that one. So 3 total. And that is a 5/16 hex head wrench that he's working on there. I'll get the first one started. And he'll move on to the number 2 bolt there. All right, he's getting close to getting this one out. He is supporting everything. It won't completely fall because it's supported by lines, but definitely just hang on to it as you're getting that last bolt out here. And you can see he got it out there. And he's gonna go ahead and let go here, and you'll see it's supported there. So for pre-24 Harleys, at this point, you're gonna be able to take this whole assembly and pull it out a bit so you can get behind here, because there's a cotter pin behind there. So for 24 and newer, they changed the design, and it's not quite going to be able to pull out. So you're going to need just a little bit of extra room. You can try to do it from here, the cotter pin, if you want. We're going to make it easy, and we're just going to loosen the crash bars, which will go forward just a little bit, giving us room to get this assembly backed out. And you can see he's moved in there. That's a Torx T45 on the right side of the crash bar here that he's working on. And then he'll go ahead and get that bolt out of there. And he's moved around to the left side of the bike here, and he will remove that same exact crash bar bolt. And you don't have to worry about the crash bars falling, because there are 2 bolts up in the center securing them. All right, if you don't have a buddy, you're gonna have to remove the crash bars all the way. You have to remove the shroud, and there's 2 more bolts in the center, and drop those out of your way. But if you do have somebody, it makes it a little bit quicker. Again, with the 2 outside bolts on the crash bars out, you can have your buddy go ahead and you can actually tweak this a little bit and just pull back. And you can see that allows us to get the whole assembly out of the way. And here's why we dropped the whole assembly, because it just makes it much easier to get to that cotter pin on the very back there that we're going to have to remove. All right, so just with some needle nose, he's going to bend that cotter pin. You can see it broke there. That's okay. The kit comes with a new one. And now you can go ahead and pull that out of there. So there's a washer on the back there. Go ahead and retain that, and he's going to push the pin through. You'll reuse both of those. All right, so now he can go ahead and he popped the brake pedal back, you can see there, and he can go ahead and slide it all the way off. Your kit comes with some lube, and there's 2 bushings, brass bushings up in there, and he's going to go ahead. That is what they want you to use it on. And you can see he's kind of just going on the inside there and working it around. All right, he's going to go ahead and flip it over. And again, there's another brass bushing down in there. Again, you're putting it on the inside there and just work it around. And now we can go ahead and go back on with our new SoftBrake extended brake pedal. And he just worked it in, as you can see there. And going back in there and reusing his pin. The new cotter pin comes in your kit. Slide it through, of course, there. And then, of course, he'll bend the arms back there. So as we're putting this on in a moment, you'll see there's a big cup on the assembly. That has to go around this right here, this rubber piece. And to make that easier, he's going to go ahead and just put some silicone spray on it, or you can use WD-40, whatever. These are your 3 main support bolts. Make sure you put a little blue Loctite. All right, so he's going to put the whole assembly back in there again. If you have a buddy, because we didn't take these all the way off, you're going to have somebody kind of tweak those so you can get enough space, and just make sure you work everything back into place there. So now he's just going to take those bolts with Loctite on them and get everything lined up and get each one started here. All right, now he's just getting all 3 kind of snug down, and then we'll torque them to spec. All right, he's going to torque all 3 of these down now. 40 to 50 foot-pounds. And that's for this specific year and model. Make sure you check the specs for yours. All right, he's got a little bit of that lube. He's just gonna go ahead and lube up the O-ring again. This is from the stock pedal we're reusing. And then you can go ahead and go around the shaft there. And back on with the stock washer, followed by the stock lock nut. And he'll go ahead and snug this down with a 5/8 socket, and then we'll torque this to spec. And he'll finish torquing this for this make and model, 15 to 20 foot-pounds. And don't forget to replace your right and left side crash bar bolts. Going back on with his brake pedal, again, reusing that stock washer and stock nut. Again, your pad may just slip over. You can use a little soap and water or WD-40 to get it slipped on there. And that's a 1/2-inch socket. He'll tighten that down. And back on with the floorboard on the supports there, 1 bolt front and rear. And once you go to one of these extended brake pedals, you will never go back to stock. It's way more ergonomic. You'll understand why when you get it on, and it's safer because your toe's not underneath it for emergency braking.